Life is like being thrown off the edge of a cliff, and you, with every fiber of your being, hope to the universe and God that there will be a branch to hold on to on the way down. Then there will be no branch, and the truth is you're gonna die, and life fucks you over and doesn't give a fuck about you. This is what I wrote when I was mad and wanted to make a video about how I got scammed. I've learned a lot from the experience. You see, because 1 year ago, after saving for a few years prior and driving around a beautiful Mercedes that unfortunately kept breaking down and couldn't pass smog for its life. Thank you, Mom, I love you, loved that car. I decided it was time, and I bought myself my first ever car with my own money. The car was beautiful. I bought it for about $5,000, and I thought I was getting a steal. I fell in love with my car's cute little look, its futuristic digital dash, and its high performance when it came to gas mileage. It just fit me well. I didn't care that my friends would kinda roast me for it. The car was a beast in his own game. He was my partner in crime. He was my baby. And as such, I named him Gregory. Greg for short. Unfortunately, however, unknown to me, and perhaps unknown to him, Gregory was about to meet his untimely and tragic demise. About 2 weeks into driving him, I started noticing something very strange. When I'd start the boy up, he'd rumble like crazy. Like he'd make a loud ass noise. Then, one evening, while hanging out with a bud, eating Safeway macaroni in my car, I went to turn the engine on. The normal, crazy loud, rumbling plea for help happened again, and I just ignored it like usual. My friend did not. He was like, "Dude, what the fuck? Your shit sounds like a goddamn tractor. Take it to the shop." I brought it to the dealer, and they charged me $200 to inspect it. A few days later, they gave me a call. "Hi, Mr. Ruiz. So we took a look at your car, and it looks like you have a blown head gasket." Like, how much would it cost to fix? The number he proceeded to tell me was not exactly in my budget, to say the least. For anyone who might not know, the head gasket is a crucial and essential part of any given car's engine. It's a gasket, so its purpose is in part to prevent the engine from leaking its oil and coolant. But maybe even more importantly, it stops the coolant in an engine from mixing in with the oil or even gas. This is bad because if you don't have enough coolant or oil in your engine will eventually give up and blow. The number he gave me was $7,000 because the engine would need to be replaced. Again, all this happened about 2 weeks after purchasing the car. I got scammed, and it really fucking sucked. But even so, I tried to think of ways that this could be a learning experience. My brother told me this one quote that I absolutely love. It's from Bladee, the modern Drain Gang artist.
I can breathe, I can trust, I cannot get enough.
The quote is, "Loss and gain are the same." I genuinely believe this to be true, as I feel that with loss comes a sense of reevaluation, contemplation, and discovery. Discovery that if not for the anguish the loss caused, would never have been found. $7,000 is more money than I had, so it wasn't an option. Either I could cut my losses and just sell the car as is, or, then the idea popped into my head, I could replace the engine myself. I didn't know anything about cars, so I looked up a YouTube video, found an hour-long tutorial that seemed very complicated but not impossible. I then asked my mom what she thought. She said it sounded like a bad idea. I asked my friends what they thought, and they said it sounded like a bad idea. Then my excitement drained a bit. But then I asked my girlfriend, and she thought about it, and she liked the idea. She said, "The car can't get ruined more than it already is." And just like that, the very next day, I went to go get the engine. Sometimes all you need is someone else's encouragement, just someone having a little bit of faith in you. The engine was in Sacramento, a 1.5 hour drive. The mission could be risky because my car was not in very good condition. What I should have done is just taken another vehicle up to Sacramento to go get the engine. Nonetheless, in my overheating, out of whack, about to break down 2010 silver Toyota Prius hatchback 2, I took off. I was dumb and I just honestly didn't care. I would take this car all the way to Sacramento if this is the last thing this car would do. Somehow I made it. I bought the engine for $1,300. It was kind of funny, they literally just got a giant forklift, lifted the engine and put it right into my trunk. I don't know what else I expected, but there's just something funny about it. Then on the way back and making stops to feed the engine with Arrowhead water to cool it down, which you shouldn't do, by the way, I made it home. And the day after that, I bought my tools. At the O'Reilly's, where I got a lot of my stuff, I met a guy who said he could help me with the engine for like $500. I told him sure, knowing that I likely would have run into problems along the way.
You got anything to say to the viewers?
Yeah, everything I want to say, I don't want to say on camera.
Alright.
Turns out the guy lived just like one street down from me, and we started the engine replacement just a few days later. We finished the job after about a week. That doesn't even come close to describing how much work, how much research, how much emotion, how much of our souls we put into this damn repair.
Yeah, he was Mexican too. Like straight beaner. But no, actually no, he was actually really white.
The point is, we got it done. And it wasn't until after we got it done that he told me he'd never done an engine replacement before. Now, even to this day, I still don't think selling the car and buying a new one would have been a bad idea. In fact, I think it would have been the smarter idea, in that it would have saved me the most money and time. But nonetheless, I wouldn't have changed anything I did. Even though it sucked the life out of me and took up weeks of my time, I learned how to replace an engine. And I made a really cool new friend as well. It was lots of fun. As dumb as this might sound, I saw a few guys roughly my age trying to figure out how to use one of those jacks that are in the back of every car so that you can replace your tire. So I had the confidence to come up to them and help them out with it. Like, it wasn't a big deal, but I guess I felt like I could actually apply a lot of what I learned to myself in my own life and to a small degree other people's lives. This realization made it all worth it and made all the difference to me.
Yo, papi. Yo, papi, lo miau.
How do we do that at the same time?